Hey everyone, I'm going to go over and just do a brief review of the Chapter 3 Preview Vocabulary and Learning Outcomes assignment. Now, this is something that I'm doing new for this particular chapter. We'll do this going forward just because the vocabulary is key in terms of the quizzes and tests. And I know that when you come up on the vocabulary on the quizzes and the vocabulary on the actual test for the chapter, I thought it might be helpful to have it all in one place. So that's what this assignment is for. So this assignment can be found if you go to the actual classwork tab and you scroll all the way down to Q2 Chapter 3, Reading and Quizzes. There is your vocabulary. It is the second assignment up. It's going to have your Chapter 3 vocabulary. Now, I originally signed this on December 7th to be done. But again, this is something that if you turned it in, you want to make sure you did it right, or you are almost finished but not quite finished, or you need to get started on it. This video is to help you to be able to understand exactly what you need to do on this assignment. So, on this assignment, what I have here is just the instructions. Visit the courses Engage, open Unit 3, International Business, and where you're going to go is do all the different reading activities. Go through each one of those and answer the vocabulary. I'll show you how that's sorted out. So the link to Cengage login is right here. And this is what the assignment looks like. It's sorted by the reading activity. So you have reading activity 3.1, reading activity 3.2, and reading activity 3.3. Down here, you have the learning outcomes. There's nothing you need to do down here. This is just something you read in this section down here. All you need to do is do the vocabulary for each one of these reading sections. So going into the book, this lines up perfectly with, again, what it has from the reading activity perspective. So for the words for reading activity 3.1, go to reading activity 3.1. When you click on that, all the vocabulary words are typically listed on the second page. So we have imports, exports, balance of trade, balance of payments, and exchange rate. Same words we have here, these 5 words right here. To do this assignment, what I want you to do is click on the word, read the definition. So imports are goods and services bought from other countries. Read that just so you can make sure you understand it. Say it out loud to yourself. Then you can copy and bring it back over to the assignment, and you can paste it. Exports. Let's try exports. Exports, goods and services sold to other countries. Copy and paste it. Balance of trade. Let's get that one. Difference between a country's total exports and total exports and total imports. Copy and paste. Now, some of these definitions you'll understand more as you read, but I do want you to read them out loud. Again, add them to the go ahead and add them to the vocabulary list. And then what I want you to do is after you finish up each section, so this is balance of payments. If you finish up each section of vocabulary, go through and just read it one more time, okay? So this one is balance of payments, the difference between the amount of money that comes into a country and the amount of money that goes out. So we're talking about a lot of just differences here when we talk about the balance. Just copy and paste that. And then the exchange rate is the last thing. Click on that. Exchange rate is the value of a currency in one country compared with the value of another. So how does one country's money compare to another country's? Paste that. So that covers 3.1. Sometimes you got to mess around a little bit with the formatting here just to make sure you get it right. Just go ahead and back that up. All right. So that covers 3.1. Now, for the next section, close out the gray X over here and go to 3.2. And that's for the next section of words. Again, this is the second page. Infrastructure, a factor that supports international trade in industrialized countries, includes a nation's transportation, communication, and utility systems. And infrastructure includes what keeps a country running. Copy and paste that. And do the same thing for each one of the words in 3.2. And then for 3.3, you'll close out. Go to 3.3. You'll notice that the same 2 words are going to be in the vocabulary section here. Copy and paste those. So this assignment won't take you long. Again, what I want you to do is read the definitions as you copy them, then paste them. After you finish up activity 3.1's words, go back through and read them again. Do the same for 3.2. Copy them, read them as you copy them, paste them, then read them one more time if you paste all of them, and do the same thing for 3.3. This is just a good study aid for you to be able to study and become familiar with vocabulary. It makes you a little bit more familiar with some of the words. As you read them, you'll recognize them in the reading. And then also when we do the quizzes, which are heavily involved with vocabulary, then it gives you the ability to quickly find these words, such as for 3.1. Let's go take a look at 3.1 quiz. By the way, you can take the quiz at any time. 3.1 quiz is called Review 3.1. Notice that 3 students have taken it, got 100% average. When you click on the quiz for 3.1, first thing that's going to come up is a vocabulary match. They want you to match the definitions of imports, balance of payments, exchange rate, balance of trade, and exports. Well, guess what? You have all of those definitions right here, so you can easily know what imports are. Okay. Definition. Services bought from another country. Boom. Right? You got that right there. You can go through each one of these easily. The other 3 questions are simple multiple choice questions, and all those answers you have your guided notes, which is another assignment. So be sure to make sure that you take care of this each and every time. This is not a long assignment, but make sure you read the definitions a couple of times as you do this. Of course, if you have any questions with any of this, be sure to reach out to me. Let me know. My number just popped up on the screen in the bottom right-hand corner. Again, save this and submit it back to me through Google Classroom, and it's part of your study guide. All right. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a good one. Peace.